Hello and welcome to another video. So as you can see from the title of this video, I'm going to take you through some simple steps to calculate your calorie requirements based on what your goals are. So there are a few different methods to use to do this, and I'm going to take you through a few of the common ones. None of them are exact and it is just an estimate. So what you've got to do is kind of play around with your calories, calculate your weight on a regular basis, and just have a look what's happening. Is it going up? Is it going down? Do you need to make adjustments? So just to make you aware of that, none of these calculations are the exact amount that you're going to need. So let's get straight into it with the first method.
Okay, and the first method we're going to take you through is the Harris-Benedict equation. First published in 1918 and 1919, and it's changed over the years. There's been a few different revised methods, one in 1984 as you can see there, and then one in 1990, and that's the one I'm going to use for today's video. We're going to go through Harris-Benedict equation revised by Mifflin and St. Joe in 1990. This is quite a common one that's used across kind of the fitness industry in different websites, but you will come across loads of others. There is literally hundreds of equations that have been put together, and the method to do this one, as you can see there, is down in the box there. So I've done an example of using my details just to give you a little bit of an indication of what the result comes out like. So I'll just quickly talk you through it there. So what we need to do is multiply 10 by your weight in kilograms. This is exactly the same as you can see for female. We then multiply your height in centimeters by 6.25. Again, this is the same for men and female, male and female. Once we've got them two figures, we add them together. Then we want to multiply 5 by your age in years. Again, that's both men and women. Then we're going to minus that figure from our original figure. Then we're going to add on 5 if you're male, and we're going to minus 161 if you're female. Okay, and then that gives us our BMR. Now what BMR stands for is basal metabolic rate. So basically it's the rate, it's the amount of calories your body requires to carry out all its vital functions. So organs working correctly, metabolism, digestion, everything. That's what we require at rest. You might see it as RMR sometimes as well, your resting metabolic rate. Once we've got that figure, we then need to try and calculate your TDEE. So that stands for total daily energy expenditure. You might also see that as TEE, as you can see down here, so total energy expenditure. So basically it's taking into account your NEAT, which is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Anything that's not planned exercise comes into that category. It also takes into account your actual activity levels, so what you do in the gym, basically. And then that'll give us our total daily energy expenditure. Once we've got that figure, we can then try and work out, based on your goals, if you want to lose fat, we're going to have to put you in a calorie deficit. So we're going to have to be under that figure for the day. If we want to build muscle, we're going to have to be in a calorie surplus. So we're going to have to be higher than that amount. Okay, so how this looks now using my details. So 10 multiplied by my weight in kilograms, currently 75. Nice easy figure to work with, 750. We then add that to the next calculation, which was 6.25 multiplied by my height in centimeters. I know, quite short, 167 centimeters. So we add them two together to give us 1793, as you can see there. We then multiply 5 by my age in years, which is 31, giving us a total of 155. We then minus that 155 from our original 1793 giving us 1638. Once we've done that, obviously because I'm male, we add 5 on, and then that gives us a BMR of 1643. Now, as I explained, that's the amount that I'll need at rest, a rough estimate, if I was just to lie down and not move, not even fidget, nothing. Okay. Once we have that number, as you can see there, we need to then multiply this by our estimated daily activity levels. Again, notice the word estimated. You're never going to get this bang on. There's loads of different calculations you'll see. You can multiply it by ranging from 1.2 all the way up to 2.5, I think some I've seen. We're going to use the ones that are with the Harris-Benedict method. So that ranges from 1.53, as you can see there, 1.76 and 2.25. So keeping it pretty simple. So sedentary is your first one. And the example it uses is an office worker getting little or no exercise. We've then got active or moderately active, a construction worker or person running 1 hour daily. Again, these are just examples. If you don't run, doesn't mean you're not active. It just means it's just an example, basically. So you can, if you do weight training, I would say 3 to 4 times a week you're going to be in the active area. Vigorously active, so that comes under agricultural worker or person swimming 2 hours daily for their example. And as I say, multiply your original figure by one of them 3 amounts. So I've used the middle one, 1.76, and I've come out at 2891. Now, if you notice this lifestyle, sedentary, lightly active, active, moderately active, vigorously active, that's taken into account, or that's trying to take into account your planned exercise and your NEAT. So that's kind of just how active you are throughout the day. So it's going to be very hit and miss. It's just an estimate to work with. So we've got 2891 as our maintenance amount of calories required daily. So in theory, if I eat that amount, I should maintain the current weight that I am now. Not gain fat, not lose fat, just stay exactly where I am. Now, if your goal is fat loss, I'm guessing most people will be fat loss watching this, you're going to need to eat under that amount to initiate fat loss. And just to add in there, you're going to need to eat under that amount consistently. So you can't just have one day where you eat under it and then next day you eat the same and then the next day you eat higher. It's just going to, at the end of the week, you're probably going to balance out and you're going to be back in your maintenance level. It needs to be consistently under, and it needs to be just moderately under. So straight away, don't get that figure and go, right, I'm going to eat 1,000 calories a day. Because one, it's just not maintainable. You're not going to be able to maintain that amount. You probably are, you will lose fat and you will lose weight on that amount. But then as soon as you go back up to your maintenance calories, you're going to add on the weight, and if not more. So yeah, so what I would suggest, again, it depends on your experience level, loads of different factors as to how much of a deficit you need to be in or a surplus you need to be in. But I would start around 200 to 300 to start with. Monitor it over 2 weeks. Remember, let's say you are in a deficit and that's your aim to lose weight. What you need to do is then recalculate your BMR after the 2 weeks. So if you've lost weight, recalculate it, because obviously your requirements are going to change based off your weight. That's what we're working with. So that's where a lot of people struggle with fat loss. They'll be losing weight, then they'll kind of hit a plateau and they'll wonder why, because they've adapted, metabolic adaptation to that amount of calories. So they need to then recalculate and then drop the calories a little bit lower to continue that journey of fat loss. So it's just a little tip there to to help you. So yes, start 200 to 300. Monitor your weight daily if you can. If you have any issues with weighing yourself, then just do it once a week or once every 2 weeks. But you want to, if you've got issues with weighing yourself, you probably just want to concentrate on eating better, exercising more. Simple as that. If you've got no issues with weighing yourself, then do it daily, because it fluctuates so much and you want to take an average from the week. That would be my advice to you. Okay, and just quickly, I've just also used another method which I'm going to show you here. So just working off website tdeecalculator.net, using my details here at the top, as you can see, 31-year-old male who's 160 centimeters tall, 167 centimeters tall, can't knock any more centimeters off, and weighs 75 kilograms. And in this, I've just put moderate exercise, and I've just guessed at 18% body fat. As you can see there, that's optional, so you don't actually have to put that in. They've used the Catch-McArdle formula. Not too sure about this one, to be honest. It's not one I've used in the past, but I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of the difference. So they've worked out my maintenance calories as 2,633 with moderate exercise. Now, if we go back to that Harris Benedict method, let me just find that. Here we go. I came out at 2,891. So straight away, you can see there's about, is that 250? Pretty much, yeah. 250 odd difference straight away in two different calculators. So initially, to start with, you might be 250 out of what your actual maintenance level is, higher or lower. So that's how it's just an estimation, and you really have got to track and adjust and play trial and error with this, really. There's no method out there which is 100% accurate. So bear that in mind when you are trying to lose weight or gain weight, and just stay on top of your tracking, stay consistent, and the results will come. You just need to, as I say, stay consistent and work hard, and just remember what the goal is and what the end goal is, and that's going to help you to stay on the straight and narrow and achieve what you want to achieve. So hopefully that's given you some indication of how to work out your calories. Hopefully I've not just baffled your head. If you are unsure, just drop me a message below in the box, and if you've got any questions, either drop me an email or just drop me a message in the box below, and I'll be happy to help you. And good luck with your weight loss journey or your weight gain journey, and hopefully this has helped. And if it has, please like the video, please subscribe. As you can see, I'm new to doing these videos, but really enjoy getting the information out there, and hopefully I'm helping somebody out there. Thank you.